There, Rich setting me up as I was heading out. Thank you, Rich. Just want to give a shout out to you. So we're heading out here, and I'm going to start the video following Kat. And this is Kat's first time at COTA. And so I'm going to tell you right away that women are often better students in terms of learning. They really pay attention, and they pick up stuff. So if you notice, she picked it out the correct way. She didn't go over the blend line. She hit the apex. She's out there to the X. She is following the lines perfectly. So starting out, that is really the fundamentals. Is really getting on the line and following the line. So she's obviously a good student here, and we're going to see her, hitting her marks. There is some quick correction there that you could see, and if she does it on the next lap, I'll mention it as well. But I can tell that she's looking for the X's, which is good. We put them there as reference marks, and that's definitely a great aid for us to teach students and get them going. There are some things though that are drawbacks to that. It's looking further up track, right? So if you're looking for the X, you're just looking for the next closest thing that you can see. So you can kind of see a couple of spots where she locates it and then kind of goes towards it a little bit late. But if you're looking further up ahead, then you'll be able to locate them and get to them. One thing that you want to do is, as you locate them, is find it, head it that direction, but get your eyes off it and look to the next spot. So right there, she hit the X, but then the turn went really, really, really wide. So that's kind of part of the problem of looking for that X. But it's okay. It's your first time here at COTA, so it's to be expected. It's a tough track to learn. It's not easy. And even the really good riders are still working on it. Every time we go out there, we're working on our lines, we're working on our break points. Coming into this right here, we're going to see, it's not this turn right here, but in the next few sections of turns, it's a little bit off, and there's some basic fundamentals there. You hit the X, you turned in, but then you didn't drive out at all, so you didn't use the whole track. That's one thing right there. And then see right here, you're quite far off the apex, and this is I think you may have been looking for the X or something. I think right here you're going to see you kind of swerve over to it, right? Maybe one coming over, and then you swerved over to the apex to hit the X. So what you want to do is, like I said, look further ahead. So I think what's happening is you're looking for the next one, and then going to it, and then looking for the next one and then going to it. And that's okay. Like I said, it's your first time out here. The other thing too, there's a lot of debate on it. There's some folks out there who just say, hey, no, you don't ever need body position. It's the last thing you should worry about. And then there's people out there who hang off the bike way, way, way too much. And there's a whole gamut of things. I like to think of it in terms of, you're starting out, it's a good habit to get into, to just get the muscle memory set in doing it. So you can see, like right there, you're kind of straight up and down on the bike, and again you're off the apex there, and that's okay. You're still learning the track, and you're very new to track riding. So what you want to do is, I know that we in the level 1 class, they probably give you an opportunity to get on a bike that's on stands, and then kind of practice the body position thing. It is not a waste of time to do it. It's good to learn how to do it, but definitely you want to always work on being comfortable first, work on your lines first, working on just the basic fundamentals of it, and then that is something else that I would kind of start thinking about doing. In a minute here, we're going to go to I'm going to pass you right here. And I think waved at you. I think that you did really good. And I'm going to go ahead and play some catch up here. I think that we pitted out with Liz a little bit ahead of us, so I went to go find her. And Liz is a really good example of where you're going to get to next, because Liz is also a fairly new rider. However, she's been to a few more track days than you, and she actually had been out to COTA the last time that we were out there. So we're going to kind of work our way through the different students and everybody here until I can find her. So like I said, went ahead and passed you. I'm going to go ahead and kind of just cruise along here, and I'm looking for Liz at this point. So gonna be, passing by the students and just getting by them real quick. And that's one thing I like to, whenever possible, show a little bit of this, because one of the things that people come to us in level 2 is, well, I could go faster if you let me go to from level 1 to level 2, because see, all these people are in my way, so I can't go fast, and I can't pass them because they're in the way. And so when you get to see us pass people, it gives you an idea of, look, making the passes with lots and lots of space, making them pretty easy, right, and safely. Very, very, very far away from the other students as I'm going through. And so I'm not actually really carrying a really fast pace here. So the only reason I'm doing this is just to give you an idea, to see it actually is possible to pass people in level 1 safely with a ton of distance between you and the other rider without making it sketchy or having any crazy moments. So I think that we should be catching up to her here pretty soon, but I got to open it up a little bit, and the other thing too is as you go through the video, you can also just see on where I'm coming in, and generally the lines that I'm using and stuff like that will be helpful for you as well to work on. And if I'm right, we should be coming up on Liz here pretty soon. I think we have another little train of students up ahead here, and we're going to have to get by some of them. And man, I already missed the track. It's only been a little over a week, or going into 2 weeks since we've been there. Man, I wish we could get to the next event sooner. This track is so fun, guys. And if you're out there and you're thinking about Circuit of the Americas and you've never been to it, I'm telling you, man, make it like your annual Disneyland trip. Just make a point to get out there and at least come try it once. It is a phenomenal track. It's just gorgeous and well kept, and the pavement is buttery smooth, and it's just a lot of fun. Oh yeah, so that's I remember that section right there is I passed that guy, and then he decided he needed to kind of get back in front of me. That was kind of like, dude, what are you doing? But nevertheless, I think that I had passed him and then backed off a little bit, because I think that's Liz coming up a little bit further ahead. So we'll be back on her here shortly. Whenever you're out there, if you're a level 1 and level 2 student, and an instructor passes you, most likely he may have only backed off just for a second because his student is inside, or whoever he's working with or filming or whatever. It's kind of just not necessary to get back in. It's not a race, and just the guys with the orange vests, if they want to pass you and you're in level 1 or level 2, they're kind of just passing. So just, I don't know, just have some courtesy there, because we're out there working all day long, from 6 in the morning until it cuts, and when all is said and done, we're going to pass you again. So I think that I have found Liz here, and the guy who didn't want to let me by, he's been passed again. And here we come up, I'll know, yep, that is her. And so, see right there, that's really great. You can see her looking further ahead through the turns. She's definitely carrying a nice pace here. There's some corrections happening. You see how she kind of wobbled as she went in? So Liz, what you want to do, there's one way to fix that, and that's just to look further up ahead. So you'll see kind of as you're going in, kind of you get off the bike and you tilt, and then you kind of correct and recorrect. I'll try to point it out whenever we see it. You just did it right there. And so that is usually just not looking far enough ahead. I mean, you look great, and Your mechanics are really good, and that was just a beautiful pass right there. And you could see kind of like a bobble, see a little bit again there too. So it should be, as Randy says, set it and forget it, right? You get into the turn, and you're good to go. And so what happens with these choppy turns is it's just usually where you're looking. If you're looking all the way to your exit, you're going to set it and forget it and look through and go. But if you go in and then you kind of like have to stand it up a little bit and then recorrect and go back down. So that one was actually really good right there. And you carried a really good speed through that. So good job on that one right there. And I think it's just going to come with time. You've come a long way from your, the last time we were here at Circuit of the Americas, and then I saw you out at Harris Hill, and you were working on it there. And I know I'm going to continue to see you get better and better at all of this. So it's really exciting time. I also want to thank you guys for the opportunity to just come out and watch Kat and you ride and film you, because that really made my day. So you're looking real good right there, and man, body position looks great, and you're picking good lines. Just that little bit of a wobbliness, and I think that is going to be mostly from just looking further down the track. That also is going to be an adjustment, just because you're picking up speed now. I mean, if you notice between this and some of the other videos where I was filming, I think Grace and Kat, you're pulling about the same pace that Subs was pulling, and maybe slightly a little bit quicker actually in the turns, because your bike can actually corner a little bit better than his, although he's got a little bit more top end power, but he also doesn't have any wind protection. He's on the FC09, but you're carrying some real good corner speed, and you're well on your way to getting to that next level. So one thing that you want to do here is just think 2 steps ahead. Right, that was well done right there, and there was not a lot of correction. I think we'll see the corrections again when we get into the next section, which is going to be after turn 12, into 13, 14, 15. We'll see a little bit there. Picking up some real good speed here on the back straight, and I'd like to be a little bit further over to the right, kind of where I am at right now, unless you're passing somebody. I mean, as you get to the end. So if you're on the drive, on the main part of the strike, go ahead and get over to the left to pass people, and then as you're coming into the turn, get over to the right a little bit sooner. I would think, unless somebody's there. Sorry, I'm still stuffed up. You guys know that I got sick after this track day, so if you hear some sniffling, that's what it is. But look at that, you carried really good corner speed right there, and you hit that X really well. You went straight for the Jumbotron. I like that. And really good turn right there. And that was a more stable turn. So it looks like you're getting it. And it could be just an adjustment to the higher speeds as you're getting a little bit quicker. But definitely, even if you are going, between different paces, so we get some correction right there as well. And I know that there's somebody in front of you, but you could have still kept it more of a consistent. Remember, anytime you move the bike up and down, you're changing the suspension, the geometry of the bike. That all affects everything that you do. You want to be one smooth, consistent turn. So I think that you'll probably get this one right here really well. That seems to be a good turn for you. And yep, that's really well done right there. So that's something for you to work on as you're going to continue on. I know that I'll see you at some more track days, so I'll try to follow you, film you some more. And so I think that the next thing that you can work on for yourself is you've definitely got the line concept down. I mean, you're hitting good lines. You're doing the basic outside, inside, outside. Your drive outs are getting good. You're getting on the gas really well for where you're at. The getting off the bike looks great, so I think that that all looks good. And so what you want to do then is just go ahead and just focus on looking further up the track. And remember, it's I think they call the method the two-step method, as I learned from Pat, one of our instructors. Just look 2 steps ahead. So if you're coming to a turn, locate your braking point and then look at that apex as you're braking, so that because you've already located the braking point or your turn-in point, and then as you're going toward the apex, look up the track. And these things will, by looking further up, you'll be able to have a more consistent turn, and there won't be that choppiness of kind of an up down up down. And I'll see you at the next track day for sure, and everybody else, I'll see you in Circuit of the Americas. I have a video coming up. It's old footage from last year when I was playing with Jeff, and I think I've got it, so I'm going to try to get that together and put something together to show you guys. It'll be real fun. Alright guys, until next time.